Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Patholkas, and it's time for the season finale of Invincible Season 1, Episode 8, Where I Really Come From. Before I get started, though, I'm going to take care of a little bit of business first, and then we'll get down to it. As you've probably seen, I now have 8,000 subscribers. Yay! Thank you, everybody who actually subscribed. It's very, very cool. It's amazing. And I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that tomorrow on Saturday Morning Blast Off. But let me take care of some business first and just plug everything again like you normally have seen, and we'll go from there. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below. If you want to know when I'll be on live again next, hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. Yes, I know I haven't put up the tiers yet on the Patreon. It's been a busy week at work. That's what the weekend's for. That's what I'm doing this weekend. And I also have all the links to my social media up there. I mean, my pages too. So YouTube, this YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. All right. And I just realized my camera is off, is tilted just a little bit, but I can't do anything about it now. So I'm going to leave it as is. Oh, we got a lot to talk about, don't we? Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the shit out of this episode. If you have not seen the episode, what the fuck are you waiting for? Go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. But just so you're warned, all right? All right? All right? All right. Wow, holy fuckballs. So, I mean, Nolan finally came clean to Mark and basically told him what Viltrum is all about. That they essentially are all superpowered beings on Viltrum, but they decided to go ahead and be a survival of the fittest kind of thing, and basically killed off half the population by hand. Hand-to-hand combat, killing half the population, and those who were left created the Viltrum Empire. And what they do is they decided they're going world to world and basically taking over all these different worlds. And they're like, wait a minute, this is kind of stupid. We don't have enough people in order to do this, to spread ourselves out. So one Viltrumite per planet goes out there. They soften up the planet essentially and get them to join the Viltrumite Empire, if you will. And oh yeah, and by the way, Viltrumites can live for thousands of years. So yeah, and Nolan basically looks at human beings as nothing more than insignificant little specks, except for Debbie. Debbie, he looks more as of a pet than anything else, as he puts it. Yeah, and he just proceeds to fucking beat the shit out of Mark, not just physically but also emotionally. Basically telling him, this is what you're born for. This is what you're going to do. You're going to do this and you're going to like it, kind of thing. And he's beating the fuck out of Mark. And I mean, literally using him at one point as a battering ram for a Chicago subway train as he rams his son through the Chicago subway train, killing all these people. And the whole thing, there's one point where he is beating the shit out of Mark, and he says to him, he goes, what are you going to have in 500 years? What are you going to have, Mark? And Mark just says, I'll have you, Dad. That's it. It's like, fuck, and he stops, and you're just like, holy fuck, that's actually, it's a very it was very powerful in the comic. It's very powerful in this animated series. And you see him just stop, and he's like, fuck. And he leaves the planet, and he takes off. And of course, Cecil and the boys end up taking Mark basically to the Pentagon, go and rest and recuperate and recover from the ass whooping that he got. I mean, the actual I mean, he was rammed into a fucking mountain and had a mountain avalanche on top of him, thrown through buildings, through yeah, he just went through shit. He really did. And I mean, this was a knockdown, drag out episode. And I do love near the, at the end there, you have Alan the alien come back, who's of course voiced by Seth Rogen. And he comes back, from the coalition of planets, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he goes, "I forgot to tell you, the reason why the coalition of planets wasn't going to do anything is because your planet's slated to be taken over by Viltrum, and there's a Viltrumite that's living on your planet." And he's like, "Yeah, I know. I'm that's my dad," kind of thing. And he relays the whole story to him, and Alan's like, "Oh shit, you know, what are you gonna do now?" And you see everything flashes of all the shit that's left over from this first season. The stuff that's happening on Mars, Battle Beast just going through and looking for somebody worthy to kill. We saw Doc Seismic is still alive and he's controlling lava men. The Mahler twins have been captured and put in jail, but not before they burned all their equipment, which was kind of weird. I want to know why they burned all their equipment when they were trying to protect it from robot. That was one of the things that just kind of weirded me out. And yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of shit that he's got to deal with, and he just kind of tells Alan, "No, I'm going to finish high school." And of course, Alan's like, "Great. What's high school? What's a high school?" And yeah, I mean, he's gone through the ringer on this one quite a bit. Um, and yeah, and also Alan tells him, he goes, "Oh, and by the way, Viltrumites, once they have their sight set on a planet, they're not going to let go of it because they destroyed my planet," is what he said. We actually saw in the flashback a little bit there when Nolan is telling Mark about what Viltrumites do when they're going world to world and taking them over. You see Alan's planet actually being destroyed in that flashback, by the way. And yeah, Alan says, "Yeah, my planet was destroyed." And he goes, "I was born because of a forced breeding camp." And he goes, "I didn't know my dad." So it's like, man. So yeah, fuck, but really good episode. And I agree with you, Joker. J.K. Simmons is perfect in this role. He sells it. Steve Yen is also great in this. Pretty much everyone who's been voice cast in this has been perfect for this role. They do a great job. Mork says, "I wanted a kill count on this episode." You wanted just a running kill count going on at the bottom of your screen there? That just would have been brutal. I think so. Yeah, Marks, and I agree. It also was very tough for Debbie to hear all this conversation with Mark that he had, and also the thing with Cecil. We see Cecil building an army of Reanimen. Uh, we also know that he's been putting shit in the water so that people, civilians, when they drink tap water, can't see a certain spectrum of light. So that basically that's how they blind everyone to what's going on around them, is by using the certain spectrum of light, which explains a lot then how people don't understand how this government exists. How this government agency exists. Yeah, the Global Defense Agency. And I'm just like, man, yeah, in Chicago, that was a brutal kill count. And it had to have been. And that building, when he was trying to save the woman and her daughter and the building at the same time, and all he's left with is her severed arm, and it's just like, fuck, you know. Great episode, really good episode. There's a lot to go from here. I mean, as I believe Apple Crow, you were saying that yes, they have so much background to go over just because these characters have long lifespans, the Viltrumites anyway, that you can actually even go back in their history a little bit and do some stuff. I mean, even Omni-Man says, Nolan tells his son, he goes, 17 years, pff, I can make another son. I can make another kid. And you're just like, fuck, it's like, really, it's not, uh, there's no question about it at that point. Joker says, "Have you seen the internet art of John Hamm?" No, I haven't. As Omni-Man, I have not. I don't know if he would be good as I know they're talking about doing a live action movie of this too, so who knows? I don't know if they're gonna need to after doing the animated version of this, so I don't know, really. Oh, man. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to and we got good news also. Yesterday was, just before this episode dropped, we found out that, Amazon has greenlit seasons 2 and 3 for, Invincible. So, yes, we're getting a seasons 2 and 3. We have at least 2 more seasons to go, and I can't be more happier about this. This is actually a really good series. I can see why the comic book ran for so long. It's a good story, and there's multiple stories too, and it's not just superhero stuff. Excuse me, you also have like your life stuff. You got the also the human aspect of it too, where you got William and Amber with their stuff, also Adam Eve and the Guardians of the Globe and what they're dealing with now. That whole thing where, you know, uh after the devastation, they all go out and help people and they come back and Rex starts washing the blood off the walls. And Black Samson's like, you haven't earned that yet. And he's going to use his powers against them. And the team stands up because now we're a team. We can do this. So Apple Crow says the nitpick I'd have is that I feel like Debbie would have picked up on Omni Man being that he was, though. You could see him, Apple Crow, throughout a lot of this, that he was uncaring. Even the flashback to when Mark was a kid and he's at that baseball game and you see Nolan acting really standoffish, saying, "Hey, I could just watch this from the air and it'd be a lot better vantage point and all this stuff." And she's teaching him to be human. So it wasn't that she didn't see this, Apple Crow. It's that she just took it as him being an alien and not understanding this, and her having to teach him about this because he comes from another planet. He's an alien, and so she would kind of write it off as being that, not the uncaring part that he just, that's the way he acts. And sorry for my camera wiggling. I just saw the camera going there for a little bit. That's what happens sometimes. Oh, so yeah, some really good stuff. Definitely looking forward to seasons 2 and 3. Um, and yeah, I'm hoping there's more from this universe that we get too. So, there's gonna be spin-offs. If they're already doing spin-offs of The Boys, this one's gonna have spin-offs as well. And I know people were pissed off that, they didn't drop all 8 episodes at once. I'm okay with that, quite honestly. I liked the build up, the suspense week to week, and you didn't know what was gonna happen. Having, everything bingeable just doesn't work, especially for a series like this. There was so much that was there that yeah, exactly. I forgot about that, Apple Crow, the Immortal too, laying there on the bed. They pieced him back together again, and his pupils are responding, at least. They're dilating and, contracting and whatnot. Um, so we'll see what happens. I mean, oh, yeah, and he's gonna be pissed off if he comes back again. The Immortal's just gonna be, like, really fucking pissed off again. We'll see what happens. I don't remember the kaiju being knocked out. Was the kaiju knocked out at the end of, episode 7? I don't remember that. Maybe, I was wrong and it was, or I've gotta go back again and just watch that last little bit and see if the kaiju was knocked out, 'cause otherwise, that kaiju would have still been roaming free, you know? Oh, good, good, good stuff. Apple Crow says, "I wonder if this is the Venture Brothers universe where Rusty has a hit play on Broadway." No, I don't think so. Yeah, they're too competent for this being the Venture Brothers universe. So, what else do I have going on? Well, guess what's coming up in about, I don't know, what time is it right now? Oh, yeah, in about 45 minutes. I'm going to do the contest results. Remember the contest results for the Falcon and Winter Soldier? For this guy, for Cap? I'll be doing the contest results for that live. So that's going to be at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I give that away to one lucky continental U.S. residing resident. And let's see. Saturday is going to be Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the weekend and the genre stuff you guys want to talk about when we talk about it. Sunday will be the Nevers, although I might move that to Monday. So, so Sunday is actually Orthodox Easter. And I might go with family that are all vaccinated for the first time and all of one household. So I might be able to actually hang out with them. And I think if that happens, I'm probably going to push the Nevers off to Monday. It might happen. Tuesday is going to be Is It Worth My Time? Another episode of It's Worth My Time. And I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'll have to think about that one for a moment. I really will, but I'll get back to you guys on that. Wednesday and Thursday I'll be off, and it looks like I might be off on Friday. Wait, hold on a minute. You know what I forgot about? I completely blanked that. Holy crap! I am not going to be doing Is It Worth My Time on Tuesday. I'm going to be doing the Bad Batch episode 1 on Tuesday because that is May the 4th. And that is when the Bad Batch gets released. Episode 1. That's right. So there you go. I forgot that was coming out, and we'll be doing that instead. Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be off. Friday, if they do another episode of the Bad Batch, I'll do that as well. But otherwise, that'll be out there, and there you go. I had to think about that one for a second. Apple Crow says Dr. Venture and Brock show up in the comic in the background, and there was a guy at the Guardian's funeral that kind of looked Dr. Venture-ish. Okay. Movie says, I agree, AC. They accelerated Omni-Man's turn to uncaring. I think he always was uncaring, but yeah. It will be coming out on Friday's Movie Finobi, but since it's May the 4th, that's when they're doing the first episode. They're going to do it on May the 4th. May the 4th on a Tuesday, so yeah, it's going to be part of Star Wars Day. For those of you who don't know what May the 4th is. Wow, that off-tilted camera is just bothering me. I'm going to fix that later, but not right now. I know I'm telling everyone else who doesn't know Movie Finobi. That's what I'm doing. I know you know. I know you know. What do you know? What I know that you know. But never mind. All right. I'm going to let you guys go for the night. Well, at least until 7 o'clock, my time here. When I do the contest results. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may get the shit kicked out of you by a superpowered being who is your father and says that, you guys are actually from a planet that takes over other worlds and you got to deal with it. And that's not really good. Thanks, everybody. Thank you to everybody joining me tonight in the chat. And thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you want to know when we're on live again next, hit that bell down below or go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule that's up there, all the links that I have up there. And I'll let you guys go. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again at 7. Until then, take care, stay safe, be well, wear those masks, and get those vaccine shots if you can. Yes, there's no super chat button as of yet, Movie Finobi, because YouTube has changed when they start letting you have money. Now I have to go through a whole process. It's pretty stupid. Anyway, I will see you guys at 7. Have a good couple of minutes there, and I will see you later. Bye.